Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Herman. The Humble Herman? Maybe I'll change my name. The Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective for today. Today is Thursday, November 27th, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss on this magnificent day. Whatever doesn't fit, leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. So we're going to use the Kauai Oracle. Kauai. I don't, whatever. Hattie Thorne, HattieThorne.com. You can find it in her Etsy shop. If she still has it, it was on sale for $25 for the deck. Very cute deck. We got 2 on the table, 4 on the table. Let's do 2 more shuffles. One more shuffle. 5 on the table. 6 with bottom of the deck. I've got champagne. We've got nutcracker, igloo, puppy. He looks like a little, whatchamacallit. God, it's one of my favorite dogs, and I always forget what it is. We got poinsettia. If I had my phone in here, I'd Google it. Holly, bottom of the deck. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. I don't know. Yeah. So champagne says living the high life, expensive taste. Nutcracker says following the rules, doing the right thing. I don't think that someone's necessarily following the rules. I think someone is following their rules, their heart, their mind, right? Because it very much gives somebody in their element for themselves. Like somebody like on the right path, right? On their right path. But that's because that's where they want to be. And I haven't said this in a while because I don't really. Everybody is toxic. Everybody has karmic energy. Everybody is a karmic to another person, even if they're the sweetest, nicest person to somebody else, right? Everybody has had a past. Everybody has sinned. Everybody's a saint. Everybody's done things that are amazing. Everybody's done things that are shitty. Everybody's just a little bit narcissistic, and others are this much narcissistic, right? It's not that people are perfect. People are not perfect. People are human. That's the whole point of the word human. Is you are who you are in any moment of your life. That doesn't necessarily mean perfect. That doesn't necessarily mean good and or evil. You can be in between. That's human. There is no such thing as a right path. You're on your path. It's your path. My path is not the same as someone else's, right? We're all different. We're all similar. We're all different. Whatever this is, for whoever this is for, whoever this is, me, you, anybody, right? It's just someone on their path doing what they think is best for them, living their life according to their morals, their values, their thoughts, their ideas, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. However, when you bring other things like red rum, rape, sexual assault, child molestation, abuse of any kind, right? That is wrong because that is typically a violation against another human when you should not be doing those kinds of things towards other humans. We should all be propping each other up and raising each other up so that we can all achieve greatness together. We shouldn't be doing horrible things to each other. We shouldn't be lying and cheating and stealing. That's not the point of existence. If you think that that's the point of existence, then you should not be here. And really, your only purpose for being here is for my purpose, right? Because I would have to overcome you and your shitty energy. Again, a karmic to a human, we've all been there. I've told you guys before, if you follow, if you subscribe, I was my ex-husband's karmic, right? I'm the one that wanted the divorce. I was the one that cheated on him. I was the toxic one. And that poor man had to go through that twice because he went through that with his first wife. Yeah, at least I can admit it. At least I can admit that I fucked him over. Whoever this is you, someone else. This is just someone living their life. And living the high life, what does the high life mean to you? Like I always say, what does abundance mean to you? Because people will automatically assume abundance is a paycheck, it's a payday, it's money, it's an inheritance. And I don't really necessarily think like that. Like, do I want money? Of course I want money. I need money to survive. I need money to buy things. I need money to pay my rent. But is that all there is? Absolutely the fuck not. So, living the high life, what does that mean for you? This is the time of year where I always typically spend the most money that I spend all year long, and this month and next month will not be an exception. So it seems like I'm living the high life. Come January, I'll be back to Kim's regular programming where I'm, buying food, paying bills, and not much else, and hopefully saving, right? And don't get me wrong, like um I bought a bunch of candy to take to work to give to my friends, and for myself, right? I bought a bunch of clothes, even though I said I wasn't going to buy clothes. I bought some cute stuff on TikTok, um, because usually once it's gone on TikTok. Um, I bought a pair of shoes. I bought some new cat food for the cats to try. I went to my piercing chickie yesterday and bought some jewelry because I said I was going to do that for myself for Christmas. I got my tattoo the other day. I got a new tattoo on my chest up here. Yeah. And come January, well, sooner than that, technically, probably within the next week or two, like I'm going to be done. Like I'm not going to have any, like I don't really, like right now I have a full cart on Amazon that I really want to push the order button. But other than that, like I'm pretty much done spending. I bought my Christmas presents for my dad and my brother and my aunt. That's it. I'm done. You know? Um, that's the highlight for me. Now, come December, January, the highlight for me will be saving, hermiting, cozying up in my bed and watching movies. That's the high life. That's what I consider the high life. What do you consider the high life? Everybody's different. Everybody's different. Somebody could be making some home improvements, feathering your nest. Typically in the winter, we do that, right? Like, it's a thing. You know, especially here in the northern suburbs of Illinois above Chicago, like it gets cold, it gets windy, it gets snowy, rainy, cloudy, you name it. We like to hermit. We like to spend our days indoors. Don't get me wrong, we would love to be outside, but look at that sun shining through. It is almost 8 o'clock in the morning, or it is 8 o'clock in the morning, and the sun is just now coming out because it was cloudy before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it. I love it. But if I go out there and stand in the sun, I'm probably not going to feel that sun. And it is freezing out there. I'll stay in here. Thank you very much. Yesterday, I had my first full winter day of walking inside, and I'm not going to lie, I thought I was going to lose my fucking mind. And I didn't. I could have went outside because the weather was clear. There was a little bit of flurries throughout the day. It was just cloudy. It was so windy. Like you would go out there and I just felt like I was being blown around like a leaf. So I walked 5 miles inside, and I said I was going to walk 6, but I got halfway through that last 2 miles, and I was like, I can't anymore. Like, and I even, pardon me, I was watching reruns of Seinfeld so I could laugh it off, and I did. But at the end of the day, it is still horrible. It is still horrible to have to walk inside and not outside. It's horrible. It's, it's not good. I can't wait for like April. Like, please bring me spring. Please. 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 Anyway, like I said, it's the time of year where a lot of people hermit, make home improvements, that kind of thing. Or you could just be decluttering, right? You could be you know, finding stuff to toss, finding stuff to donate, stuff like that. I usually do that like 2 to 3 times a year. I dropped off donations to Goodwill yesterday morning. I used to donate to National Children's Cancer Association, something like that, based out of Ohio. They did pickups here too in the Lake County area. Um, but living in a condo and putting my donations out there, I'm just afraid somebody's going to walk off with them. When I was doing it at the house, when Will, my ex-husband, when we were married and we had our house, like I didn't feel so bad about it because I would put it outside, but I would put it by the front door with a note on it. Nobody would ever touch it. But here I'm a little weary about it. Plus, my neighbors are kind of finicky. Like, they'll be like, well, what are you going to do that for? Just take it to Goodwill. And I don't really like taking things to Goodwill because Goodwill's a moneymaker and they don't pay their people well. They really don't. But at the same time, I mean, it is what it is. And that was just I had like one box and one bag of stuff to donate, but I'll probably do it again, probably like March, April, and then probably again like July, August, and then again like this time of year, 2, 3 times a year. And I still got some Christmas lights I want to hang up. Other than that, I don't have any real home improvements to make. The only thing that I could do to improve upon my home is fix up my bathrooms and paint my whole condo. And I can't really afford to do that right now, so I'm not gonna. And that's that. And it doesn't really matter because I'm trouble free. Are you trouble free? Like, I'm so happy right now. I'm ecstatic. When you live in that positive mindset, and don't get me wrong, I know we all have our moments, right? But when you live in that positive mindset and you're always looking at things like, okay, well, this happened, but now I can do this. Or this happened, but that's fine because it's going to lead to this. Like, you always know that even if something like throws you off guard, there's something else around the corner that's going to be even better for you. You know it, I know it, you know? It's hard to stay pissed off. It's hard to stay jaded and grumbly and all that stuff because what for? What's the point? Make it make sense. If you are not involved in computer community activities, I highly suggest that you do get involved. And again, you can give your money, you can give your time, you can donate your stuff, you could do one of those, all of those, whatever the case. It doesn't matter. Get involved, do something. Today I'm volunteering at Big Ed's in Waukegan, Illinois. We're giving out free meals to the homeless and families in need that can't afford Thanksgiving dinner. I'm so excited. This is my first time doing a community service type thing, right? My first time. I'm excited. I can't wait. I can't wait. I hope they run me ragged. I hope I come home and fall asleep. I hope my mind is blown. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited. I donate every month to specific charities that I like to donate to. I just said I donated to Goodwill. I bought Toys for Tots for work because I thought we were doing Toys for Tots. I was told we are not doing Toys for Tots. However, this past week, I did get online and find donation drop-offs for Toys for Tots. So I'm going to do that probably tomorrow and drop off all the Toys for Tots. Like, last year, you guys know, around September, October, I cut my hair and donated my hair. Like, I'm always looking to do new and interesting things to help out the community, to help out other humans. Because otherwise, why am I here? Why are we here? If we're not going to help each other, why are we here? And I'm not saying you don't have to give away your last dollar. You don't have to give away your last canned good. But something, anything. Hell, just talking to people is community service. Some people really need a chat and a supportive shoulder, Holly, bottom of the deck. Good decisions, making the right choice. Whoever you are, I think you're someone looking forward. I think you're someone looking to continue this, whatever that means for you, right? You don't have to be a goody two-shoes. You don't have to be a saint. I posted on my Facebook yesterday, if anybody follows me on there, I think the link is in Linktree if you're interested. It's always in the description box. But I posted it on Facebook and I said, I don't want to be a saint. Saints are perfect and perfection is an illusion. I've done horrible things in my life. I've hurt other people. I'll hurt people in the future. It's all a part of being human. The thing is are you going to grow from it? Are you going to learn from it? Are you going to try not to be like that the next day? And I realized somebody could say, well, Kim, that's a little narcissistic. Again, we're all a little narcissistic, right? It's one thing to go out and hurt people and constantly and consistently hurt people and just be like, it's the way of the world. It's another thing to go out and hurt somebody and cry yourself to sleep that night because you realized you hurt somebody. There's a difference there. When you hurt somebody and you wake up and you have that realization, like, I should not have done that. That's humanity. That's not narcissism. That's humanity. Did you commit a narcissistic act? Yeah, possibly. Sure. But when you realized what you did, how did you feel about it? That's humanity. Having feelings, caring, loving, nurturing. That's humanity. Some of us got it, some of us don't. I'm gonna leave it there. It was nice. A little heavy for Thanksgiving, but that was nice. I like that. I hope it resonated for y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I'll talk to you later.